Now, what exactly is an inner join? I think that one of the best images to explain, and I'm going to go there, is this image right here. So if you check, this is from W3 Schools, a really cool website, but if you check, an inner join is a join that only brings the values or the rows that are matched in both tables. Imagining that we had a customer that didn't have any rental at all, so it means that it was on the customer table, but it wasn't on the rental table because that customer didn't do any rental, then that customer would not be in the result. In this query that we were seeing, if there is a customer that didn't do any rental on the left table, with an inner join, he wouldn't show here because he is not in both tables. An inner join only returns where the key, or the key that connects both of the tables, is in both tables. We also have here left join, means that we bring every row with a key on the left table. That's why I was calling it a left table, and independently if it is on the right or not. We'll explore this also next. The right join is the opposite, and the full outer join is a bit more complicated. We'll not get into it right now. So these three are ultra important: inner join, left join, right join. Let's see a bit more about inner join, because next we'll have opportunity to explore the left and right. So now I'm going to create here two tables. You can go and pick these tables up from the course materials, and this will be an example on how the inner join performs. So here, if you go to the course materials, you have here these two temporary tables. Temporary table is also a cool trick, which means that we are creating a table that will not store anywhere here, and when we close the section, it will not be physically stored anywhere. So it's just a temporary table. It's just something that you can do if you want to have a table that doesn't register in the metadata, that doesn't get registered here and occupy space, at least after you close MySQL. So I'm going to go and create and insert into these two tables. If you want, you can also experiment and try to code these instructions on your own to train the creation of tables and also inserting into, as we've seen in the past lectures. I'm going here and running both of these tables. And now let us take a look at both of these tables. And I'll go here and do select all from sandbox customer country, and let's see. So what we have right here are customer IDs and specific countries from where these customers are from. Let's imagine that these are arbitrary customers for our business. If I go here and check the other one, which is the sandbox customers, I'll have the ID of the customer and also the name of these customers. So I have 4 customers in my business: John, Adam, Anne, and May. Now I would like to join, again, this term, to join this data with the customer country. So I'd like to have here the country of these customers. Now notice something. I have here something extremely interesting, which is I have customer ID 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this table. But on the other table, if I go here, there's something odd. I don't have the country for customer number 2. I have for customer 1, 3, 4, and 5. That means that there's a customer missing here. What will happen when I perform an inner join using this data? Let's see. So I'm going to write here select, and then I'll want customers or cust. I'm going to simplify. A common thing that you can use to simplify alias is call it A and B for left and right table. I'm going to use that syntax right now. So A customer ID, A for customer name, and B for customer country. Okay. So right now I'm composing this query with A and B. As soon as you see A and B, two different alias in the references of the columns, you'll know that there's a join somewhere down the line. So from sandbox.customers. And now what's the alias for this table? Because it's the one with the customer's name, it's as A, an alias. And then how do we perform a join? Inner join. Again, this is a specific type of join. And now what comes after the inner join? Comes the right table that we are calling B. So I need sandbox.customer country as B. And now what we need after this, we need to give the key of the join. So on A.customerID is equal to B.customerID. Now I can close this query and let's run it. So I hope this was explicit. Let's review it one more time. So I'm selecting the customer ID from table A, as it is an inner join. Doesn't matter where I select this column, because this is the column that will be used as a key for the join. I'm selecting from table A the customer name, and from table B, I'm selecting customer country. Again, different alias means that we'll have a join somewhere. From the customers table that has an alias as A, so we are already naming our table, we are doing an inner join with the customer country that's being called B. And then what we are doing is doing an on. In this case, what we are saying is that customer ID will be the connector between both of these tables. Let's see the result. And something interesting just happened. Notice that we have John and May, but there's a customer missing, namely Adam. Why? Because Adam wasn't present in the customer country table. That's why inner joins start to put your domain, or at least start to narrow your domain of your tables, because if the key is not in both tables, the row will not pass. The information about the row will not pass. In this case, if we just do this join, we don't have any information about customer number 2. He is on the sandbox customers. He doesn't disappear from the customers, but he doesn't have a country assigned. As it doesn't have a country assigned, when we try to get the country of the customers using an inner join, that means that this row will not show up. In this case, the row, the information about Adam is not showing up in this result right here. Because of that, the inner join. That takes us to the next lecture, where we are going to learn about left and right joins that will give us some different details about this result that we see right here. With left and right joins, we'll see something a bit different. Let's continue then with this concept, and I hope you're enjoying and understanding this concept of joins. If not, feel free to drop me a message and I'll be happy to support you on understanding this concept. I'll see you in the next lecture.